So what happened to their bodies?
Kyatuukako ku mirambo.
Omukyala gwe bayita
What happened to their bodies?
waliwo omukyala gwe bayita Aunt Harriet yaleeta emmotoka ne babateekamu ne babatwala ku ddwaliro lye bayita Wenzi Medical Center.
There is a lady called Aunt Harriet. She brought a vehicle and they took them to Wincy Medical Center.
How many kids did she take to the medical center?
Yatwala abaana bameka ku medical center.
Batwala basatu.
They took 3 children.
Where was the 4th one?
Ate owookuna yali luddawa.
Owookuna bamulekawo ku lubalaza.
The 3rd one was left on the veranda. The 4th one was left on the veranda.
Why?
Lwaki? Saamanya naye nsuubira baarwashinga abaateekamu tebaamanya.
I don't know, but I believe the people who were taking them to the vehicle didn't know that there was a 4th one.
So what followed after Aunt Harriet took the 3 to the medical center?
Kyekyaddako nga Aunt Harriet atutte abasatu ku medical center. Him that all the 3 children had died.
Did you confirm yourself?
Gwe nga gwe wakikakasa.
Ke yateeka munnange baamutwala ku
So do you know what happened to the kids after police came?
Poliisi ng'emaze okujja omanye kyatuukako ku baana.
Nawulira nti bwe babajja ku Wenzi baabatwala e Mulago.
I heard they were picked from Wenzi and taken to Mulago.
Okay, so as the accused was cutting these children, if you may tell court, how was he behaving?
Ono omusajja bwe yali asala abaana abo yali yeeyisa atya?
He was not talking anything but he was breathing heavily.
Yali tayogera naye nga yali assa nnyo.
You say he came with a bag. Where was the bag?
Wagambye nti yajja n'akasawo. Akasawo kaali luddawa?
Akasawo kaali ku mugongo ne mu process yonna ey'okutta abaana kaali ku mugongo.
The bag was at his back even throughout the process of killing the children.
And you say you issued him with a receipt Had you given him that receipt before he left office?
Ogambye wamuwandiikira receipt wali ogimuwadde nga tanafuluma office.
Nagimuwa.
I gave it to him.
If I show you a copy of the receipt that you authored, will you be in position to identify it?
Bwe bakulaga kopi ya receipt gye wamuwa osobola okugitegeera nti yeeyo?
Nsobola.
I can.
Before I do, did you get to know what happened to the original, the one that you had handed to him?
Original eya receipt gye wali omuwadde yalagawa?
Original nalaba abapoliisi nga bakebera ebintu bye yalina mu kasawo nga yalimu.
I saw police officers as they were searching his bag and it was there.
So if I show you a copy, how will you identify it?
Bwe bakulaga kopi ya receipt eyo ogitegeerera ku ki?
Handwriting yange ngimanyi.
I know my handwriting.
What else?
Ki ekirala?
Erina headline ya Gyaba Community Church.
It is headed with the words Gyaba Community.
And one thing about dairy, yeah, when you just know what you're doing, all right, trust me, you're good to go, all right? Less manipulation, simple and straightforward. Apparently, I think we have like few female traders, like in where I'm coming from, in Nigeria to be specific, all right? So I want them to see this as a motivation, to see this and understand that it's very, very, very possible with dairy, to be specific.
How do you know it?
Okimanyi otya?
Handwriting eriko ndaba yange, signature yange.
I see my handwriting and my signature.
Ndaba ye receipt gye tukozesa buli lunaku.
And it is the receipt we use every day.
In whose names?
Eri mu mannya gaani?
Zuriel Onyum.
It is in the names of Zuriel Onyum.
Is it dated?
Kuliko ennaku z'omwezi?
Kuliko ennaku z'omwezi nga 2/4/2026.
It is dated 2nd April 2026.
For which amount?
Emitwalo 19.
Zaali ssente mmeka?
Emitwalo 19.
190,000 shillings.
Let me have it again. For which purpose?
Zaali zaaki?
Kuliko daycare fees plus uniform plus registration.
For daycare fees, uniform and registration.
My Lord, we pray to have it in as a PID.
Have any objection to having this document admitted for identification?
No, my lord.
Okay, a photocopy of Gyaba Community Church receipt number 2958 is admitted for identification and it is marked PEID 1.
My lord, that should be it from us. She's available for cross-examination.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mwaganya, and thank you so much, Ms. Phoebe. We are not going to have you cross-examined. It is coming to, it's actually 6 o'clock. I think we need to break off now. So when we come back, which will be Wednesday, then the lawyers for Mr. Okello will ask you some questions. But I want to thank you so much for coming today, and we condole with you upon the loss of these children.
Obudde butukutte n'olwekyo ab'oludda lw'omuwaabirwa tebagenda kubuuza bibuuzo leero, bajja kukubuuza ebibuuzo olw'okusatu nga tukomyewo, naye Oweekitiibwa Omulamuzi abasaasira ku ebyo byonna.
A good evening to our viewers. So far, what we can tell you, the court session is done. We are resuming on Wednesday this week. That will be the 15th of April 2026. So the session for today is done. So far, what I can tell you, 5 witnesses have testified in this matter, including the parents of the deceased, of the children who were murdered, and these include the parents, which parents included the mother and the mothers and the fathers for these children. So far, that is how the case is moving. The last person who testified was a caretaker called Namutebi Feibi. She's the one, she alleges that she saw the suspect who came the first day when she wanted to register his child was called knew that was the child. So he came registering, yes. She came to register the child. Fortunately, they registered the child. They welcomed him as a parent to come and register the child who wanted care or wanted to have a placement at the school, that is Gyaba Early Childhood Development Center. So what she told court that Okello came on the first day to register the child, but he was like, I'm not ready today, I'll come back the following day. He came the following day, that was on Wednesday, to register the child. When he came with a small bag containing the clothing for the child and even some other equipments which were needed by the school. He entered the school. He was welcomed by Madam Namtebi, who has just concluded testifying in court. He came, entered the office with everything which was required. That was the clothing for the child. That was called Anyum, his daughter. So they registered him. He paid the money for registration. It was over 100,000 for the child to register him. But after registering, he moved and he was like, I'll bring the child on Tuesday the following week. And the school was like, it's okay, we shall welcome the child. But as he was moving out, that is when Madam Namtebi, who was just testified in court, saw him bending where the child was, one of the child. But unfortunately, when he checked out, he was looking through the window, he saw Okello with the child carrying a knife, just bending where the child was. So when he bent, he moved. Namtebi says that he moved out of the office where they had registered the child. So upon moving out of the office, that is when he saw Okello cutting the child. She tried to fight him. Unfortunately, Okello was trying to chase her around the school compound. She tried to use all the available means, making the alarm and everything, but unfortunately, because she was alone at the school, the security person had just moved this side to go through to check on the issues regarding the security. By the time all that was taking place, she was alone there inside the school, and other people had moved out to get some help because of what was happening in the school. Unfortunately, the cutting of the children was continuing as the lady, that is Feibe Namtebi, was trying to chase Okello out of the school, but he was fighting back. He was fighting back, then he goes back to cut. Fighting back, then he was going back to cut the children. So unfortunately, he managed to cut 4 children. During just a few minutes, he managed to cut 4 children, and they were taken to a certain hospital. I've been told that the hospital belongs to the school, that these children were taken to that hospital. It is called Wes Hospital, where they took the children. Unfortunately, everything was done because there was nothing to save, because all the children were already cut and nothing was left. So that is what happened. As I've told you that the case is continuing, it is a mobile court session which will run for the whole week. But unfortunately, tomorrow we're not going to be here. We shall come back on Wednesday with the hearing. What will happen here on Wednesday, that will be the cross-examination. The defense will be cross-examining the witness, the last witness who has just testified, who has just given the evidence in chief from the prosecution. That is when we shall start. That is where we shall start from. Maybe to take you back, among the witnesses who testified was the mother of Gideon Etuku. That one, after testifying in court, she had to faint. Immediately after testifying in court, she had to faint, and she was taken for some some aid by the Uganda Red Cross. So with all that which you will be unveiling here at Gyaba Early Childhood Development Center, we shall be bringing you live everything as everything is unveiling. The presiding judge in this matter is Judge Alice Komhanj Kauka. I've told you so far, 5 witnesses have testified in this matter. I thank all the team I've been working with, that is Karim and Bernard. They have done a very great job to bring you whatever is happening at Gyaba Early Childhood Development Center. With all that said, we thank you for all that you've been here since morning up to now watching UBC. I thank you and have a good evening.
Mukama wange.